What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome to Bigfoot Input. We are on episode, I believe this is 22 now. I want to thank everybody for the support really quick. Whether you support by subscribing or just, watching the videos, or whether you're a member of the channel, which is available for $1.99 a month. Plus, we have a merch store that's dropped now. If you're interested in that, please go check it out. And we have a new channel called Cryptic Input. So if you're into dark crime, dark paranormal, we just released a new video called The Green Sunset, which is all about dire consequences. All right. So let's dive right into this next video. All right, guys, here we go. Where to start? Let's see. I'm going to start here. This picture was taken by a man named David Hawley, and he was good enough to give us his permission to use this photo. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to see here, but I did think it was interesting. Interesting enough to at least have a look at. So, I mean, could this be a boulder or a tree stump or something? I mean, I guess, but for me, the curvature is a little more intricate than that, being that I believe you possibly have a cone-shaped head here, which would come down to a cranial ridge and then a face in this area here, possibly a juvenile here with arm wrapped around this tree. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think there's something here, and I thought it was interesting enough to at least have a look at. So thanks to David for taking that photo. This photo here, this has been around for a while. So originally, like when I initially look at this picture, I think orang pendek, right? It's got the kind of slender legs, not muscular like you would see from a Sierra Nevada Bigfoot. Um, Shorter arms and kind of a smaller head. So that's, like I said, immediately I think orang pendek, which would be Indonesia, maybe Thailand type of area. But um, I don't know, maybe the oak tree in the back gives me pause. That doesn't seem like, I don't know, it doesn't strike me as being that type of area. So I don't know. It's an older picture, so I don't think it's AI, obviously, but it's it's just weird enough to be cool. Is it real? I think it could be. I mean, you have this, like, it looks like sunlight here shining on the ground, which also shows on the creature's foot. So details like that, plus the sun is obviously on this side of the creature, the other side of the creature. It's hitting him on that side and then casting this shadow. Little things like that kind of stick out to me as being real. So I think I like that picture. I think it's possibly real. This is another one that's obviously old, and I think what really adds some legitimacy to this are these creases here. That one and that one, they're both. Kind of tells me that it's a real photo. Like, I don't know if anyone am I the only one old enough to remember paper photos? But it looks like it's been folded, and that to me just adds some legitimacy. Of course, you can. This picture is not going to let me zoom, unfortunately, but unfortunately, without zooming, it's hard to kind of make out the facial features. But I can see like a cheekbone here, and a nose and a mouth and the cranial ridge. I think it's legit. Um, if it's not legit, then it's just another man in a suit. So I don't want to get into that. Brad Kidd here. A lot of his catches are like this with these sort of, I want to say, camouflaging creatures. Here's a better look at it. I think it's interesting enough to take a look at, whereas we can kind of, make out the facial features here. I think it's something. I don't know exactly what it might be. To call it a Sasquatch might be a stretch, but could be, so interesting enough anyway. Thanks, Brad, for the submission. So if you were in the live last night, we were taking a look at this one. Another kind of blurry one. I don't know what's up with the hair here. I can't figure out if this would be normal. See this like straight edge here? It almost looks like he's got some sort of flat top. That's weird to me. But I don't think it's a game changer, but it's weird to me. But cool picture either way. I don't know if that's legit or not. Plausible, sure, but I don't know. So this one's weird for me. It kind of wants to make it look like he's peeking out from behind this tree, because obviously here you can see the eye socket, lips here, like very clear lips, and a cone-shaped head up here. But this straight line right here, I can't figure out if this is supposed to be, like I said, a tree, but it doesn't look like a tree, It looks, because there's like different things going on in the background here, so I can't imagine why this like sort of semi-straight line right down the middle, that throws things off for me. Almost makes me want to lean towards AI. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that, but I'm thinking, yeah, like 75% on that. I'm thinking AI. This just doesn't make sense. So yeah, that's we're gonna have to leave that one at that. Um, Unfortunately, no backstory on this. Unfortunately, kind of a mediocre picture here. Not a lot to see. I guess if you were there and you saw that thing moving, you'd be like, "Oh wow, that's great." But I mean, to look at that picture, it's like, well, there's not much going on there. Same thing here. We've got a cool like silhouette. I think this is a still shot. I have this video somewhere. I think this is a still shot of this creature walking through this forest. Now, the video is actually pretty intriguing. This picture doesn't do it justice, though. So, not at all. But, yeah, pretty big kind of lumbering creature moving through this forest. And if I remember correctly, the guys doing the narrating were speaking a different language, like possibly Russian. I was looking at this last night and I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like, what is this? It does seem to sort of have a tapetum lucidum thing going on here with the eyes, but if it's a dog or like a dog man creature, it seems to be lunging forward at something that isn't the cameraman. Weird to me. It's very strange to me. I don't know. I don't I know we talked about this last week. I don't want to like beat a dead horse and keep falling back on taxidermy, but it really is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a wolf that was taxidermied. So the only thing that throw me off there is the eyes. I'm not sure about that, but we've all seen this one 100 times on the internet, right? Uh, I don't know if I can add anything new to this picture. I mean, it's a monkey, right? It's a primate. Is it a Bigfoot? Maybe. Is it a chimp? Maybe. It's just a silly monkey doing silly monkey things, and I don't really think I have anything pertinent to add to that picture, although there's his brother over here, his whatever's partner, with the little chimp ears. I mean, these look like chimpanzees to me. Trees look weird, too. It's almost like, I don't know. Are they in an enclosure, maybe? That would make sense if they're in the zoo. Alright, guys, so I'm getting down to where I saved the best ones for last. Um, this one, it completely eludes me as far as anything that makes sense. Okay, let's just take it from the top. All right, big head, huge cone-shaped head, eyes, nose, huge puffy cheeks for some reason. Now let's get down to here, which seems to be the foot of a human being. Like this right here is the foot. Long toes, although there's only four of them. One, two, three, four. Weird foot here, although it's not really, it's just not shaped. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. It's not shaped like a foot. It looks like it wants to be a foot, but it's not. And then you've got some sort of bone here where it then breaks over to this. I guess this creature is supposed to be eating this, maybe. And then you've got some weird socket bone here. I don't know. Like I said, none of this really makes sense. So let's keep going down here to where, if I'm not mistaken, this is like a doll head. You got lips there, nose, then you got the tree blocking it, and then sort of a round head, like a human baby head with hair on it. It looks like a doll. I'm guessing this is some sort of old movie that I'm not aware of, which is possible. Um, it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that there's just no way this is real. There's just absolutely no way. And I would love it if someone knew where it came from, because I do not, and I can't find out. So, yeah. We're going to move right along. If you guys are enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. I think it does more than you think it does. It's just two simple clicks. You'll be notified the next time we release a video. That's all. It's just not a big deal, and we would appreciate having you as a subscriber. So I promised you guys that I would leave the best for last, and I think I'm down to the last three. So I'm gonna dive right into this one. This is a four-parter here. Oh wait, I have more. Jeez, so much more. Sorry. Real quick. Cool picture, but it's art, not real. There's no there's no way. Am I wrong on that? I don't. Oh, damn. I was pretty settled on that being art, but now I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll tell you what. If it's real, it's too good to be true. This is a very clear picture of a Bigfoot. I just feel it feels computer generated to me. But tell me what you think about that one, because I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna say no on that. I don't think it's real. This one, absolutely fake. I'll show you why. There you go. He's wearing shoes, and his Bigfoot suit is too long for his legs. So he's got these big wrinkles in the suit there before it gets to his shoe. So, yeah, no. This is cool, but it's from the movie Exists. It's a still shot from that movie. And another thing too, if you guys are interested, I was thinking about doing a segment where we would review Bigfoot and cryptid movies. So if you guys think that's a cool idea, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate your feedback on that. You know, would you watch it if we did that? All right. This is 4 shots from a video done by Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World Aim to Frame. So it's one of those things where they're walking through the woods and nothing happens, and then they get home and they're like, "What was that? What was that on footage?" So that happens, a lot. So let's take a look here. Let's pay attention to this tree right here. This big tall guy right there, obviously with the big red circle. I did that, so I can't blame anyone else but me. But you see a little shadow of something here, but maybe just another tree. No big deal. Something back there. Too hard to tell. Okay. This is all within 10 seconds, by the way. Well within 10 seconds. So then I think we go to the next shot. Same tree. Same time frame. Something's different. Something starts to emerge here, right? Hold on. Stay with me. But there's more. Same tree. Same time. Now all of a sudden, whatever this is has gotten larger. Kathy, if you're watching this, remember we were talking about this in live last night. I said, I bet Kathy doesn't even remember this. But Kathy remembers a lot of stuff. Now she'll probably remember it, but we couldn't nail it last night. But so now, what was just a tree, what just moments ago there was nothing there at all, now has this back here, which could either be posterior or could be arm, coming up to torso, body, head, possibly arm here, or could be this brush. It is a different color than this brush though, and it's more the color of this. So I'm gonna say possibly arm here, possible leg movement, whatever, down to here to where it's covered. It's totally covered in brush. So point being is that we started out with absolutely nothing, to this guy peeking at them from behind the tree. So the next time you're on a nature hike, just figure that you're probably not alone. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, thanks always to Bigfoot World and Kathy Westerman for providing content for all of us to check out. So let's get down to the last bit here. I believe, oh, that one, yeah, okay. So I know what you're gonna say. You're like, oh, another blurry photo, but just stick with me, okay? Look, this is Daryl Denton. Daryl Denton runs very successful Facebook group, Bigfoot and Other Creatures. On Facebook, I suggest you go check that group out. It's very cool. It is like top-notch members. Anybody that's anybody in the Bigfoot world is in that group, including the late Scott Carpenter and Lyle Blackburn and M.K. Davis, and the list goes on, okay? So, cool group. Anyway, so the story goes, him and his daughter are driving along, and like a 9-year-old daughter says, Daddy, there's a Bigfoot chasing a deer on the side of the road. So he pulls over and he takes about, I don't know, 10 or 12 shots. There's a little video trying to catch something. and they catch some dark spots here or there, this and that. They settle on this picture. They stop, and they know that the creature hasn't gone any further, but it's hidden. And they take this picture. Now, this is not a great picture, but we started looking at it, and we determined that this right here, follow my mouse, this right here, is a different color and texture than this tree. This whole thing right here is a tree. And then here is an eye socket. Here is a cheekbone. Nose. Lip here. Lip here. Mouth, because the lips are slightly ajar. And this is sort of just like a jowl, you know, sort of a side of the face here. And all that is a different color. Now, then, of course, here you have the bush hiding him. Here's all bush right here. But that right there, I believe that's a face of a Bigfoot. They saw it. I wasn't there. I'm going to take Daryl's word, obviously. But yeah, I think that's a hidden Bigfoot. He's quote unquote cloaking. It's camouflage. It's animal camouflage. They have camouflaging abilities, but okay, let's see. So I've got two by Dutchy Beliefs, and well, I'm just gonna say that one. Anyway, let's just take a look at this one real quick. So this one to me is just very blatant and obvious. This is a Bigfoot or Sasquatch type creature. You've got the head here. You've got these massive shoulders. You've got an arm that comes up here. And he looks like he has a bit of a mustache beard thing going on here. Maybe he's older. Nose, eyes, cranial ridge, cheekbones. I mean, I don't even think that has to be pointed out as being, that's just a very excellent, clear shot of a Bigfoot. All right, now, here's the photo that I have been struggling with that gives me problems. And I've been struggling with this photo for a while. Because I've had this in my arsenal for weeks now. And Dutchy was kind enough to say, hey, J-Mac, we trust you. You can use any of the photos that you want for the video. So thank you for that. This picture here it gives me problems. So, first of all, I just want to say that there's no hoaxing involved here. These are folks that are in a small circle that, they're, I don't want to say heavily scrutinized, but this is a very small circle of people that know each other. So when that happens, you can sort of push hoaxing to the side. Keep it on the back burner, obviously, but push it to the side. Whereas if you see a larger scale video like, Independence Day, it's easier to sort of try to pick that apart and say, well, it could be hoaxing, right? So let's just say that this is not. But what we're looking at here is this creature's head here. Definitely forehead, which leads back into a larger sort of cone-shaped head. Large black body mass. This is all body here. I mean, you can just, big body mass all the way down here. Now, it's covered by a few limbs, but I mean, there's no leaves interfering here or anything like that, right? Obviously, two lips right here. Nose. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is a very good picture. So I think we can all talk about the elephant in the room now, right? Is this creature wearing glasses? This right here, this straight line across, there, there. It even looks like there's some sort of strap going around the head, separating this fur from this fur. See that? See that little indentation right there that cuts between the fur? Right there. This looks like a strap on its head. Now, normally, if I were to see something like that, I would immediately say, "Well, it's it's a hoax. It's a human item on this non-human creature." But in this particular instance, again, given this person's reputation, given a lot of different variables, I have to believe that this is real. I have to, and that bothers me because it really bothers me. Listen, I think I described this a couple videos ago, but there's two type of Bigfooters. There's apers, and there's the wooers. And the apers believe that Bigfoot is just strictly a bipedal, upright primate, unidentified primate, blood, flesh and blood creature, and that's it. That's all there is to it, right? And then the wooers are more the people that believe that Sasquatch is an extraterrestrial or an interdimensional traveler, or it uses portals to go from point A to point B, and it's just they're spiritual, and I mean, just the list goes on. Now, so I've always considered myself to be more of an aper, but I also try to keep an open mind because that's imperative here. You have to be objective, but you have to keep an open mind. So it's a really weird, it's a fine line to walk. So I'm trying to use logic to figure out this picture. And the only thing that I can come up with now, Kathy Westerman told a story a little while ago on her page and on live that talked about how a pair of glasses had disappeared from their group. They had just set them down or something and they disappeared. Then they reappeared sometime later. And I can't remember if they were damaged or not. So what if this curious guy here found these glasses, stole these glasses, whatever, and is now wearing them? I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility. I do feel that Sasquatch or Bigfoot has observed us for so long that they have learned how to braid hair from the Native Americans. They have learned our ways, things that we do. They've mimicked us in various ways that we probably don't quite understand. It's not uncommon for animals in the animal kingdom to steal things like shiny objects, for birds to build nests and things like that, right? So is it so far outside the realm of possibility that this guy actually found these glasses and is wearing them? And then for Dutchie to actually grab a photo of it is very impressive. That's all I can say. I'm just going to leave it at your feet. I think I could keep on talking about this for quite a while, but I don't want to string this video out too long. So I'm going to leave that one there and just let you guys roll with that. So what I'm going to show you now is a very popular photo. Cliff Crook, Wild Creek. We have all seen this photo numerous times. It is hanging up on the wall at Expedition Bigfoot as proof of the existence of the creature. I think we would all look at this photo and say, "Wow, that's pretty impressive. Big hulking creature, detailed face, you know." So I'm going to show you why this photo is fake. And I hate it. I hate that it's fake because it's a cool photo. I like it. I wish it were real, but it's not. So we're going to call a spade a spade. So why is this fake? All right. So first of all, I don't know much about this guy, Cliff Crook. I know that I think he was supposed to be a park ranger or something like that, wildlife officer. Caught this photo. All that could just be story. These photos always have 100 stories. Anyway, first things first. We have a full body shot of this creature. So obviously this guy must be on some sort of cliff or hill looking down into this marshy area where this creature is standing. Okay? Sure, I'll buy that. Second of all, zero genitalia. Okay? I mean, if this guy is standing right in front of us, unless he's wearing underwear, where's, is it a female? I don't see breasts. I'm assuming this is a male, but yet there's nothing. Okay. That in itself does not prove anything. I'm just making a point. What proves this as being a fake, this picture here, I think, is nothing but the same picture, just inverted. I think someone... Actually, you know what? Now that I say that... Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know if it is inverted, actually, because I'm looking at this like little bush right here. And if you go to the other picture, the bush is still there, but it's kind of a different angle. So let's say that he took the picture straight on. Then he took this picture from a slightly to the right angle, which seemed to have changed the lighting. But what makes this picture fake to me is this. This is the same creature in the same sort of boggy marsh, whatever. Sort of that weird, like, kind of flat head, no neck, big shoulder, big body mass thing, whatever. So are we to believe that this creature stood perfectly still for 3 up-close photographs from 3 different angles? It's completely exposed. It's not hidden. It doesn't feel safe. It's not behind a rock or a bush or a tree. It's just standing right there, and it's just staring at this guy. And he was able to get 3 shots from 2 different angles and then 1 completely different angle. He literally would have had to have went around the side of this creature, got closer, because that's a much closer shot than this. Right? It's fake. Sorry. I know that stings a little bit. I didn't like finding this picture either, but when I found it, I was like, oh, well, there's that then. That's a shame. But that's what we're here for, is truth. We're not here for anything else. So that's it for me, guys. I think that's all the pictures. Yeah, I had to bring that to light, unfortunately. That's it, guys. So if you enjoyed this, like I said, please like, subscribe. Please check out the new channel, Cryptic Input. We'll leave the link in the bio. Check out our merch store. Grab yourself a t-shirt. And as always, if you have any submissions for the channel, it's bigfootinput@gmail.com. You're welcome to hit us up there. You're welcome to hit us up on Facebook at Bigfoot Input. We have a messenger there. Messenger, whatever. You can hit us up there. We're wide open for submissions. Okay. I thank you guys for listening. This is Jay Mack, and I'm out.